Or maybe there's a bug here. In this version, if we back out the fix, let's see, in Mesh Builder, and the fix was the try lock right after the try lock. Where's the try lock? It's at the end. This was this. This was this. Fix. If we back out the fix, let's see, in Mesh Builder, and the fix was the try lock right after the try lock. Where's the try lock? It's at the end. This was this. Oh, I guess it was just always this slow, and I forgot that it was this slow. Okay. Let's look at the rate at which the try is increasing. Okay. But I was in detached head state. You can discard any commits you make in the state without impacting any branches by performing another checkout. Is that because it's the head? So the head checkout is not in a detached state, and that only applies in that case? Why did it lie to me? What? Fucking get. Oh, yeah, source. Okay, and now I'm not in a detached state, I think. It's on a branch. You're in a detached head state. It's on a branch. It's on a branch. You're in a detached head state. Does it say anywhere in here that I'm on a branch? No, it does not say that I'm on a branch. So this is trying to be super helpful and yet leaving out important details, if that's actually the case. Wait, or is that because I was on working before? /dev null, that's a really helpful thing. I assume I just have been doing all my work on working. Does this tell you which... It's on a branch. You're in a detached head state. June 2015. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing all my work on master. Git log is not across all of branches. It's the log of your current branch. That's kind of weird. How do you get help for Git? Oh, great. Yeah, I understand there are ways to do this. I'm complaining that the thing it told me I could do was a lie. I don't care that there are other ways to do it. I care about it lying to me. Why is it lying to me? That's not good software. I'm complaining that the thing it... Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand there are ways to do this. I'm complaining that the thing it told me I could do was a lie. I don't care that there are other ways to do it. I care about it lying to me. Why is it lying to me? That's not good software. It may just effectively be that the docs are wrong and the docs are built into the program, but those are the docs that can't be wrong. So how do you log a specific branch? Maybe you can just type a branch, revision, range, path. Why is this flickering? Oh. One annoying thing about VC6 is this. And then it just is going to reload the whole project anyway, so we didn't need to do any of that. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any way to log particular branches. Or not particular, you could probably specify a branch, but how do you log, like, how do you show the log for all branches? Why are you talking about diff formatting in log? Alright, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that it was in a branch state and that if if I'd done whatever I could find out it was in branch state, I don't have any doubt about that. It's the fact that they went to all this effort to tell me about the state things were in, they lied and omitted the fact that it was a branch and etc. There's like no good reason for that. Don't write that really long helpful info if that really long helpful info is going to be wrong. It's not, or lie to you. It's just not, that's not a useful thing to do. Yeah, I'm sure that it was in a branch state and that if I'd done whatever I could find out it was in branch state, I don't have any doubt about that. Like, it would be like, you know, sometimes compilers give really verbose, like people talk wowingly about compilers that give really verbose advice. And sometimes that verbose advice is maybe you want this because they know that it's not necessarily right. But imagine if it was just 100% wrong. Maybe like they'd said, error blah, which is true, and then they give the explanation. This is because blank, 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 and blank, and none of that's true. Well, like, why even include that? Like, I would be fine if what it is that you're in detached head state is true, but these things aren't true, then say you're in detached head state. But explaining what it means and that not actually being true. You can discard any commits you make by performing another checkout. I mean, I left out this clause, but I don't see how that clause could be qualifying it. You discard any commits, not changes. That's my mistake. That's me misreading. Discard any commits you make. So if I committed my changes, then check out another branch. It all works fine. Okay, that's what it is. So sorry, that was all me being wrong. It's not actually badly written. It's that I misread that word. It would be nice if they said that that was the reason why is because it's effectively a new branch. It's not really a new branch because they're telling you you should make a new branch if you really want to. Because the next checkout will discard the commits. Communicate has long helpful messages except for checkout. Well, this checkout has a long helpful message. This is the longest messages except for checkout. Well, this checkout has a long helpful message. This is the longest message I ever. Communicate Communicate has long helpful messages except for checkout. Well, this checkout has a long helpful message. This is the longest message I ever see from Git, but I'm more concerned about the fact that Git checkout is this weird, super destructive thing and super non-destructive thing where, depending on the, like, it would be like, you know, sometimes compiler. Yeah, I'm sure that it was in a branch state, and that if I'd done whatever I could find out it was in branch state, I don't have any doubt about that. It's the fact that they went to all this effort to tell me about the state things were in. They lied and omitted the fact that it was a branch, and etc. There's like no good reason for that. Don't write that really long helpful info if that really long helpful info is going to be wrong. It's not, or lie to you. It's just not. That's not a useful thing to do. Like, it would be like, you know, sometimes compilers give really verbose, like, people talk wowingly about compilers that give really verbose advice. And sometimes that verbose advice is, maybe you want this, because they know that it's not necessarily right. But imagine if it was just 100% wrong. Maybe, like, they'd said, error blah, which is true, and then they give the explanation. This is because blank, 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 and blank, and none of that's true. Like, yeah, I'm sure that it was in a branch state, and that if I'd done whatever I could find out it was in branch state, I don't have any doubt about that. It's the fact that they went to all this effort to tell me about the state things were in. They lied and omitted the fact that it was a branch, and etc. There's like no good reason. Communicate has long helpful, depending on. Communicate has long. Like, it would be like, you know, sometimes compilers give really verbose, like, Communicate has long helpful messages except for checkout. Well, this checkout has a long helpful message. This is the longest message I ever see from Git, but I'm more concerned about the fact that Git checkout is this weird, super destructive thing and super non-destructive thing where, depending on the meaning of it, where the checkout normally won't check out and destroy work you've done locally, but it's also how you specify revert. You check out a specific file, then that does just overwrite your file. You can see a hand-wavy way it makes sense, but it's really weird to have the same command be super destructive and super careful in different contexts. It would have been smarter to just have revert be a separate command, so you would always be being explicit about whether you wanted it to stomp local changes or not. But okay, so I was wrong about that other thing just because I didn't read it. It would be nice if it mentioned there's a branch, but okay, so right, so what was I doing when I did that? Oh, I was bringing myself back up to now, because I was looking at the timing at which that triangle count went up. And I've forgotten what that timing was, but we'll see if I can. I don't know, that does seem a little slower. Do I have a stopwatch? No, I don't have a stopwatch. Let's time how long it takes to get to 10 million. Time. How do I bring up a... There we go. Boom. Okay, that was 21 seconds or so. And now... Why is main so slow to build? That's weird. Oh, I forgot to check the start time. Here we go. Oh, it's about to hit 30 again, so we'll do it right then. So it's about 21 seconds before. Yeah, okay, I guess it's pretty similar. In fact, it's faster. Boom. It's faster. Why is it faster? Okay, whatever. It's 15 seconds instead of 20 seconds. Who knows? Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. It is. That's like, oops. All right, so so we've rewritten that system. It seems to be just as fast or faster. It seemed slow in game, but I mean, maybe I had an older version that was faster. I don't know. Okay, so right, so what was I doing when I did that? Oh, I was bringing myself back up to now because I was looking at the timing at which that triangle count went up. And I've forgotten what that timing was, but we'll see if I can. I don't know. That does seem a little slower. Do I have a stopwatch? No. Let's time how long it takes to get to 10 million. Time. How do I bring up a... There we go. Boom. Okay, that was 21 seconds or so. Now... All right, so we've rewritten that system. It seems to be just as fast or faster. It seemed slow in game, but I mean, maybe I had an older version that was faster. I don't know. Like I could go back further. Maybe I should. Well, what does channel think I should do? Should I go back further to check to make sure it hasn't gotten slow, or should I try to pop all of the stacks that I've been on and get back to wherever I was currently in my task of trying to write some game code? Or maybe I should stop. Jesus, I've been streaming for a long time. I at least need to restart this. I need to split the file probably. Make sure this is streaming to a drive with space. It's got a little space. I still don't like that ratio of the procgen thing. That seems like there might be an issue there that I should investigate. Alright, most people think I should just take for granted. Alright, most people think I should just take for granted that the performance has not been screwed up and go back to working on stuff. And the reality is I won't actually get back to working on stuff because I'm only going to be able to pop the stack part way back. I don't actually even remember where it is, so what I have to do is start over, start doing the stuff that I was doing, and rediscover what it was that was blocking me. So we were getting the ore in. we were checking the ore. We're checking that the maker is on top of ore or something like that, right? So it's called a drill. It's called a block type drill. Wasn't that what it's called? All right. Most people think I should just take for granted that the performance has not been screwed up and go back to working on stuff. And the reality is I won't actually get back to working on stuff because I'm only going to be able to pop the second part way back. I don't actually even remember where it is, so what I have to do is start over, start doing the stuff that I was doing, and rediscover what it was that was blocking me. So we were getting the ore in. We were checking the ore. We're checking that the maker is on top of ore or something like that, right? So it's called a drill. It's called a block type drill. Wasn't that what it's called? Not called BT. Is it called something else? Update block. BT machines, BT picker, crate machine. That's what I was saying. Have I changed stuff? No, because I just did all that checkout stuff. Okay. BT marble. So we're looking at the thing underneath, checking if it has ore. If it does, we set that it has ore. Okay, I seem to have written this code. Then, when we tick the machine, find ore. So where we tick, the logistics update chunk, then go to the machines. Where do we update machines? I didn't see it. Don't we have to somewhere? Why are we doing this for all machines? That's one question. The bug. Right, but I need to find where do we actually do the logic for the machines? All right. Well, we call create machine. And they push it into arrow machine. So let's look for arrow machine. Somewhere in here there must be arrow machine code. Oh, there it is, in long tick. Chunk machines. Okay, ore drill, not BT drill. It's BT ore drill. So, start drilling. Well, so I don't know what was happening that made me switch tasks. So the question is, do we want to do this every tick, or did we want cache on the machine that there is ore underneath it? In which case we have to process that every time we update the chunk. Where's the update? Update block core calls update chunk. Update chunk. Here is update chunk. We go over all the belts when we do some processing. We go over all the things. Okay, and now we go over all the machines. So I have no idea what I was doing when I left off. We're just going to plow over all the things. Okay, and now we go over all the belts when we do some processing. We go over all the. Here is update chunk. Here is update chunk. We go over all the update chunk. Here is update chunk. We go over all the belts when we do some processing. We go over all the things. Okay, and now we go over all the machines. So I have no idea what I was doing when I left off. We're just going to plow ahead. I don't know that that's the right type name. I'm just going to see that I can see up here the picker info. So I'm just going to assume that that's the right name. We'll rely on this to tell me right there. Boom. It's the correct name because it auto completed. Type equals BT ore driller. If it's an ore driller, then we check if it's got ore under it. That requires us to do logistics get chunk. Do we have a base X? Yep, we do. So X plus M arrow pause dot unpacked dot X base Y plus M pause dot unpacked dot Y base Z plus let's stick these in variables because we need them again. Actually, we don't need them again. So I have to delete it, I think. Yep. Oops. So now we have the chunk that the ore is stored in. So we check if there's ore there. If... Oh, we didn't store it in anything. Logi chunk. V arrow. Don't know why that didn't autocomplete. Type of pause. X pause and size Z minus 1 equal BT marble. Then arrow input flags equals 1 else arrow input flags equals 0. Let's do that. And then oh, I never checked that I could place blocks. That I did fix the priority problem. Place blocks. Never checked that I could place. Oh, I never checked that I could place blocks. That I did fix the priority problem. Or drill. Launch check. And this takes a slice. Did I work with Mark LeBlanc on? Did I work with Mark LeBlanc on Thief? I did indeed. I didn't work very closely with him because he was doing game system stuff and I was doing the renderer. But I lived in the house with Mark and, you know, played Magic the Gathering with him and did lots of other stuff. Oh, it's going to War Z now. Let's switch back to debug. Okay, so then what was it I just was thinking? Oh, right, I wanted to check that I can place blocks and it prioritized. Okay, so then what was it I just was thinking? Oh, right, I wanted to check that I can place blocks and it prioritizes that. And prioritize. Okay, so then what was it I just was thinking? Oh, right, I wanted to check that I can place blocks and it prioritizes that. And if the does not equal null. That's just this. D if D does not equal null. That's just this. Okay, and the problem is that those machines at the start are placed on marble, but that marble isn't getting updated, I don't think. So I think these machines will no longer produce. That's just this. Okay, and the problem is that those machines at the start are placed on marble, but that marble isn't getting updated, I don't think. So I think these machines will no longer produce. Oh, no, they do produce. So then I don't know why that D was returning null. I don't know how else that the D could return null. Okay, so this one shouldn't be producing. Oh, I never finished writing that code. I don't check the input flag. Okay, right, because I just wanted to check that this worked. And it doesn't. So I did all that work to prioritize. That was why I was doing that work. I was trying to fix it so we could place blocks. And those are still broken. So the whole revamped priority scheme thing is not working. These will eventually catch up, but I don't know when, and I don't know why they're not catching up right away, since that was the whole point of that system. And I also worked with Mach on Terra Nova and I also worked with Mach on Terra Nova, and he came in on Terra Nova for a little bit, and on System Shock, because I came on System Shock for a little bit. And when we both lived in California, I went to game night every week at his house. So in fact, he's the Looking Glass person I've spent the most time with post Looking Glass because of that. Okay, they still haven't drawn. So clearly, this whole rejiggered priority scheme did not actually work. And I don't know why, since there's no longer any queues of stuff. It should be the highest priority thing. Mesh Builder, Find Task. RMA 0. That's a mesh very far away. Why are the dirty ones not getting done? Okay, we have to switch to the other thread and look at that request. Maybe the request logic is broken, and I didn't even investigate that. I just immediately assumed it was this other thing. I mean, it's still a cleaner code, so I'm fine with that, but that would be funny if it wasn't actually broken. It was broken somewhere else than what I fixed or changed. Request mesh generation. So we get to the end of this right here. We can do it here. Hello. Why is this? Nice. Wow, I haven't seen that before. So yeah, he's my, in some sense, my best. Not my. Yeah, he's. So yeah, he's my. In some sense, my best. Not my best friend, but my best friend from Looking Glass, in some sense. Although I have not seen him now in 8 years. I mean, I see him every GDC. he comes by the booth and says hi, because I can never make it to anything else because I'm always stuck in the booth. That was really weird. I do not think I've seen visuals VC6 crash like that in years. What was I doing when that crashed? I was going to breakpoint and find out why the updated thing was not. But anyway, it took me time to think about why I thought of him as the closest looking glass friend, because it's been 8 years now. So yeah, so task. Right, so I wanted to watch this voxel render. I'm in the wrong spot in this now somehow. Request. After sorting, we sort by priority, which is distance around the player. -64, -64. That sounds like it could be where the player is. Cam lock. Do I have a -6, -3? That doesn't seem. Oh, yeah. That's the base coordinates of the chunk. So it's 64 by 64. So that would make sense. Okay, so there it is in the list. First one on the list. And then we delete it from the list. Are we still deleting it from the list? That would be the mistake, possibly. So then, delete any requests that are in the mesh building stage. So, so that would be the mistake. And then we delete it from. the list. Are we still deleting it from the list? That would be the mistake, possibly. So then, delete any requests that are in the mesh building stage. So let's go to here. I'm at 0. Yep, that's still that one. It's not processing. So we said that it's... Oh, it is. We did skip it. It's just the debugger was not correct because there aren't curly braces or something. Okay, so we're deleting it because it's... it says it's already processing it. But it's not supposed to go to status processing unless it's actually processing it, unless it's actually generating that mesh. Do we not free the chunk status once it finishes? We must. It would. I assume everything would break without that. When do we finish a mask? I think you built meshes. MCS chunk set valid. We zero that. We zero the chunk set. But we don't actually zero out its XY. Oh, this is the physics branch. Okay. Right. This is because we're creating the task. Oh, we still haven't fixed this physics thing to actually create tasks. Okay, so here we create the task. Boom, ba-doom. Return. Here's where we do process the task. Okay. So at this point, we've copied out the mesh chunks. Not the mesh chunks, the gen chunks. Because that's how the task system is designed to work. It doesn't interact with the caches at all, except for this part. But it can't actually populate the cache with the item. So then we get to here, and we add it to the queue, and then the renderer is going to add it to its own cache in the renderer. And it's not until the renderer adds it to its own cache that we can delete the mesh chunk stuff. Yeah, okay, so that's a... so much for that whole thing about going back to actually working on the game. So the mesh chunk status is a data structure that represents our information about a mesh chunk that's being generated. It lets us know the status of that. Once it's generated, we don't need that info anymore because the renderer will stop asking for it. But the renderer won't stop asking for it until it goes out the other side of this queue. So I think currently we're relying on I don't know how this ever worked. We're in, if we want to minimize memory mode, it always works, but I don't know how. We're in, if we want to minimize memory mode, it always works, but I don't know how. Right. So once it populates it into its thing, it wants to call back and tell us it's really done with it. Once it populates, right. So once it populates it into its thing, it wants to call back and tell us it's really done with it. Oh my God. Why is this crashing? So we need to add some functionality for that. Right. So once it populates it into its thing, it wants to call back and tell us it's really done with it. For now, we'll just use the same mutex, but I think it needs its own, so it doesn't get blocked by that whole process. So should already have gotten cleared by somebody else. And we need to set its status to chunk status invalid. Now we have to call it. Just in voxel render, get next. Yeah, I need that also. We have to actually find MCS. Mesh chunk status. Yes. Get chunk status. XY needs triangles. Now, we might not find it if somebody else has reused that slot already. In which case, we don't have to do anything because it's already gotten freed up. Nobody chatting at all. It does not need triangles in this case. I think we don't take chunk coordinates. I think we take global coordinates in that function. Let me check. Finish caching, calls get chunk status, XY. Yep, takes world X, world Y. So we need to do this. Let me do that. And then that's it. We're going to update this. Oh, what was it called? Monitor mutex. Manager, monitor. Nope. Oh, it is. It's just not declared. The address of, no, it doesn't need address of. Oh, it's not manager monitor. It's manager mutex. Wait, is that what I did? Oh, I did monitor mutex. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't need to move the wakeable waiter up. So let's undo. Let's put this in the buffer, then undo, moving that. Okay, there, that's when I moved it. And then go back to the, what was the function that I was just editing? I've forgotten. Terrible. Finished something. And now we paste back the updated version. All right. What? Oh. Okay. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, it doesn't matter. And another bug. Oh, we nulled it right there. So what was I attempting to test? That I can place blocks. Woo! Yay! I can place blocks again, finally. Why are those? Oh, wait. Because they are different. Okay, so then if I delete the ore from under this guy. Oh, I'm not testing the flag. That's right. Okay, and I'm not in minimize memory. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, wait, it's just being slow. Check that I'm not. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so what did I just? Okay, so, yay. Good. Yay. Check that I'm not. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, so what did I just fix there? Clean up mesh chunk status after finishing creating mesh so that stale data doesn't prevent. The timestamp stuff would also fix this. The timestamp stuff I want to do. Print us from recreating a dirty chunk. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and push that. I'm sure you guys can't compile it anyway. It's VC6. It's going to end up having some VC6 isms in it. There's a Linux port that I just haven't integrated. I haven't processed the pull request. I need to do that. So what did we do in the previous stream? We start tracking ore for logistics. Start tracking ore deposits. Then on today's stream, fix broken, fix placing blocks, updating renderer. Only ever worked in minimize memory mode. Okay. So we still have the memory leak. I'll have to come back. So we still have the memory leak. I'll have to come back to that. Right, so I want to see if I can do this ore dependent thing. And maybe we'll just stop there once I get that working. So that was input flag, right? All right, so I'm caching in input flags. I need to change these to use pan defines and stuff for flag bits, but for now we'll just do this. Okay, so then when we tick them, long tick. That's it, long tick chunk machines. Go through the machines. It's a drill. If it went to 0, we output always. So if you delete the ore block after it starts, now we'll require that. We'll do that as well. Right, so I don't have to do anything else because it's just in input flags. And then we don't start unless that. Okay, let's see. Now I think the ore that's, let's see. Now I think, okay, let's see. Now I think the ore that's under them may not get counted. Yeah. Because it's only being generated by these. Let's see if that's true. let's do this one here. Oops. I still have a problem where sometimes updates don't happen. I don't remember what the code is for a rotating thing. Oh, that's the wrong kind of rotation. Okay. Oh, I don't have one for rotating in that direction anymore. Okay, anyway, so then a maker block, no. And then a picker. Nope, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, so maybe I didn't finish making the ores be stored in the right spot. I don't remember. Let's update. Okay, so maybe I didn't finish. Okay, maybe I didn't finish. Okay, so maybe I didn't finish making the ores be stored in the right spot. I don't remember. Let's update. Okay, so if we update with an ore, we need to flag it. When we currently don't do anything. If it's an ore, I think. Yeah, we're just checking for it here. So I think that maybe what I didn't do is I wrote this whole system to keep track of the ores in the mesh builder. Oh, I guess this will any of the ores will get found from this because of the way I did this. Ore. Let's go ahead and make the ore stick up one higher. Let's go ahead and make the ore stick up one higher. Ore. Let's go ahead and make the ore stick up one higher. Just so that it'll be easier to put it on conveyors on it. And like that'll actually be an interesting problem. How do I want to do that? Do I want to make it a double height machine? Because the problem is the conveyor belts, you have to tunnel out to do the conveyor belts. And I've been thinking that for gameplay reasons, I might not let you tunnel, initially dig. I might make you build everything on top of the surface. Because then you can't terraform. And so if it's challenging to build stuff initially, in 3D over the environment, that may make sense. So it may make more sense to have the drill raise the stuff up an extra block just so that it's a little more convenient. Because it might be impossible otherwise if you can't dig. And then eventually you'll be able to dig and terraform big spaces and make lots of flat things. It'll just be sort of part of the startup phase. Okay, so we find ore, we call logistics record ore. Okay. And we know this is happening because we saw that in the memory. We're just never looking at this, I think. Oh, right. No, I remember when I was doing this. I go over the dictionary. When we alloc the chunk, we go over the dictionary. Boom. We look for it. So let's see if this is ever getting called. It is not. Okay. But the record ore is definitely happening. because that we saw how big that was getting. Lots of ore. Okay. Y times 65536 plus X. Y plus J. Those are both the world space. X plus I. How is this never... Wait, this is never... It's never even getting here. Oh, these are all getting created before this other stuff happens. So I do, in fact, need to make the update call, do the right thing. Call, do the right thing. In fact, need to make the up stuff happen. So I do, these are all getting created. Oh, these are all getting created before this other stuff happens. So I do, in fact, need to make the update call, do the right thing. Okay, so how do we know old type? Oh, because it gets passed in? No. Oh, right, because it's what was already there. Else if old type equals BT marble, destroy or equals BT marble, create or. Right, so we do update the type field. Problem, and then we do, no, okay. So never mind, I don't need to do this. We update the type slot, and then we call that logistics update chunk, which then calls something, oh, right here. Okay, so I assume this will never be true. And the thing is, when we load the initial data, we're going to hit this a ton of times. Because every time we add something, we regenerate the chunk. And all the neighbor chunks. So we can watch every time we change a block. We hit this several times. What was this doing? Wrap up. Oh, right, because it has to be 2. And we update the chunk above us, right? Yeah. But we never hit that case. Okay, so what am I doing wrong here? Equals BT marble. D is logistics get chunk. How about that? Still didn't ever hit it. So we get the chunk that the ore should be in. Z minus 1. let's just make a new one just to make sure. A new one just to make. Let's just make a new one just to make sure. Wait, is it BT stone or BT marble? Did I get this backwards? No, because we saw that table. So we are... Oh, no, but that... mesh builder. Oh, we're making a BT stone. And then there's all this stone under the earth, but we don't bother generating it. So what? So BT stone is the marble stuff? That seems... I remember messing with that when I was doing this. What's that in? Oh, it's a mesh builder. Marble is 17, stone is 20. $17, $20. Is that called data? What's it? Yeah, data. Uh-huh. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. Okay, that looks like marble to me and the other one doesn't, but okay. So the 20 is the one that we want to be ore, and that is the one we're saying to stone. Okay. So all this stuff checking for marble is wrong. That I just wrote. It's stone. So all this stuff checking for marble is wrong. Okay. Okay. That's the one we're saying to stone. Okay. So all this stuff checking for marble is wrong. That I just wrote. It's stone. And I think that's the only place in here now because of the way I ended up isolating it. Oh, no, okay. Right, I had originally been thinking I would cache it here. I would actually cache the ID so I didn't have to look it up on the fly. And maybe I'll add that as well eventually. Okay, good. Yay, we set a flag. Okay, these two work and this one doesn't. Is that because this one is built on sand? Yep, and now it works. And then what about these two? Yep, one of them is not built on. Yay. This part didn't work. It didn't build up one higher. Oh wait, I'm building too low now. Why does that not work? Have I done something wrong? Maybe that order. Let's look at that again, because I changed the height of it. Maybe I changed the height on one path and not the other path. Look at that again. Let's look at that again, because I changed the height of it. Maybe I changed the height on one path and not the other path. Now, the mem set is using HT, right? Oh no, it's using Z limit. So that means it was rendering the same height, but claiming to have one more. Oh no, it just this used the Z limit as well. Okay. So I didn't want to update height, I want to update Z limit. No, we won't bother clapping it right now. Okay. Let's look at that again, because I changed the height of it. Maybe I changed the height on one path and not the other path. Now, the mem set is using HT, right? Oh no, it's using Z limit. So that means it was rendering the same height, but claiming to have one more. Oh no, it just this used the Z limit as well. Okay. So I didn't want to update height, I want to update Z limit. And we won't bother clapping it right now. Okay, good. So that should probably fix that. Oh no, except that. Oh, no, okay, I do have to actually do this. Oh, no, okay, I do have. No, okay, I do have to actually do this. Oh, right, because it's the segment size stuff. Yep. Okay, so. Whoops. That's not correct. Oh, beautiful bugs. Oh, because this is inside a loop. No, that's not why. Because it's always. I'm not updating HT or Z0. HT plus 1 plus 0. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, good. Alright, yes, that's sticking up. Plus 0. I'm not updating HT or Z0. I'm not updating HT or Z0. HT plus 1 plus 0. Okay. All right, good. All right, yes, that's sticking up higher now. But this still doesn't work though. Nope, it don't. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously, let's see. Let's find the update. Let's see. Logistics. What's this? Okay, so then put a maker down. D is not 0. I assume this is going to go to the 0 branch. Yep. So let's go back to this. Or Z. So mod, so that's 12. Pause unpacked.y. Pause unpacked.x. Okay. So D arrow type of 64 is 12. 0, 18. 0. Did the logistics get allocated before logistics add or what was it called? Logistics something. Record or. So it could be possible here that we've already allocated. So let's move this down. Let's just get chunk alloc. It's where we look in this table. Then C2. It's kind of a brutal way to do it. We only get chunk without alloc. Is there a get chunk without alloc? Yes. Logistics get chunk. And this is a logi chunk. If C is not null. We want to call update, but we want a lazy update. We want to run this code, but not allocate if it's. We want it to not allocate. Except we still need to update the neighbors. Does the update chunk do nothing if null? Yes. Okay, so if c does not equal null, then we do all this processing. And even if it is null, we update the neighbors. Actually, they can't depend on it. There's no way they could depend on it, at least in the current design. So we won't bother. Use null, return. Okay. So now logistics update block core. Record or. Logistics update block or. Do that outside of this. Wait, what is this? Which thread is this called from? No, we can't do it outside that. In fact, we need a separate one for this. Oh, because this is from the wrong thread. Rah. Oh, what a fucking pain in the ass. Alright, so we don't want any of that. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Oh, we do still want this, though. Actually, we do want... Damn it. Make up your mind. We just don't want to do it here. Okay. So, we'll continue using... So, we'll continue using this. We have int or processed or pending. Then in the logistics sim, if or pending does not equal or processed, or heck. How does this compile? It doesn't seem like that would compile. Where's the X, Y, Z coordinate for this? Oh, it's right. It's implicit in this address. We need to keep a separate data structure with X and Y, but we'll just use the same one, which will make this very inefficient. But whatever. Because we just need a pending queue. We need a queue of ores that we haven't processed yet, and it's going to be much shorter. This ore hack is going to keep all of the ore ever, and we need a short list, and we're just going to use the tail of the internal list for now. Okay, so now we have an X and a Y. So the logistics tech or processed .x or hack or processed .y or hack processed. Okay, so for each ore, we're going to call logistics update block. What's it called? Update block ore. Takes X, Y, Z. Type. So much code for this dumb hack. And it's false. Maybe this stuff doesn't want to be part of the logistics data structure since that's so expensive. Maybe it should directly query the ore hash table when I do the update. That might be smarter. What was I going to change? Oh, so make this a bowl. Okay, I might have forgotten something else that I have to do here. Or update mutex. That was always there. Did I move the code around? Did I delete the or mutex accidentally? Yeah, I moved the code around. That doesn't actually need to be true, I think. Okay, is that gonna fix it? Nope. All right. Let's go break point. Update chunk. Alright, let's get far away from that stuff and place a machine again. Oh, wait, the logistics checks are pretty big, so let's make sure we're far enough. Okay. Input flag to 0. Oh, because we call get chunk, not get chunk, alloc. We want to force it to be come into existence because it's going to store the OR state if the OR is under it. Flag to 0. Oh, because we call get chunk, not get. Oh, because we call get chunk, not get chunk, alloc. Okay. Because we call get chunk, not get chunk, alloc. We want to force it to be come into existence because it's going to store the OR state if the OR is under it. Nope. Okay, so D is not empty. D of type of 2, 10, 2. Yep, is 0. Okay. It's really hard to debug what's going on because of the asynchronous nature of everything. Let's make sure that code is ever running. Because I don't even know if it was potentially due to this. My code is never running. Don't I increment all pending? I do. Don't I increment all pending? I do. Break it right away. Well, that's weird. Why would I get a rendering violation there? Okay, this didn't execute, so maybe these aren't correct. 16 to 16. Okay, so or hack Z1, Z2. These are not right. These are always 16. Doesn't seem plausible. Record or. Oh. Yeah. The limit isn't right. That is... Right. Because these are clamped values because I'm going through in segment order. I just need to do this. I just need to do a separate loop instead of trying to combine this. Okay. I shouldn't have tried to be clever before. What? UI dictator got stomped, I guess? How does that get stomped? What did I just change? Let's change this, right? If I do this, presumably it will definitely not crash. Damn it. M.MC looks legit. Can I not dereference it? I can't dereference it. Oh, because I'm... Why don't I have to free the mesh chunk? Oh, yeah. Okay, who knows why that didn't crash all the time? Okay, that's long enough. Make sure this crashes soonish. No, of course, the crash is not reproducible. Oh, there goes. Okay. Pending or processed. That's a lot of ore. Why am I carrying that much ore? I shouldn't have that much ore. Oh, I'm not drawing the ore here anymore. I accidentally deleted that code. Well, I didn't accidentally delete that code. I incorrectly deleted that code. I still need. Ah, because that was backwards. Or negated. So it was filling the world with ore. Okay. So that was that crash. Right, so now we're back to why does this not work? And to test that, I was going to check that we were ever processing it. So we want to check that we ever hit this loop. Occasionally there's more, and we process it. And it should be out somewhere where there's no logistic network, so C should be null, and it is. So in fact, that can't be why this was failing in the case that I'm testing over here. Boom. Okay. We found some, and we are seeding it. Type 2. Is that the right type? We ended up with BT stone, right? Not BT marble. Logistics record ore. BT stone. Yep, okay. Come on. What would this be? I've just been programming too long. I probably gotta stop. I wanted to get this done before I stop, but I can't think. I processed it. I verified here that, yeah, I verified here that we found a BT stone. Let me double check that that's BT stone. Yep, BT stone is 2. So we're allocating the chunk. We are filling out. I shouldn't have that much ore. Make sure this crashes soonish. No, of course, the crash is not reproducible. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Pending. Processed. That's a lot. I verified here that, yeah, I verified here that we found a BT stone. Let me double check that that's BT stone. Yep, BT stone is 2. So we're allocating the chunk. We are filling out that there is a BT stone there. So when we update, it ought to find it. It did invite it in the table, so it adds it to the table, even though we're not even using that part yet. Okay, and then actually we'll call update. Boom. There's a drill. We set its input flag. It is marked correctly. It is marked. We set its input flag. There's a drill. We set its input flag. It is marked correctly. We set its input flag. It is marked correctly. Is the picker not working? Oh. Alright, so it was all working. Alright, yay, it's all working. I can stop. Yay. Alright. More drills only work if they're on. Actually, the to-do. No, I have to do it the way I'm doing it. Thinking about that. Okay. All right, so sadly, barely got. All right, so sadly, barely got anything done. Just the exact same current system, except now sometimes the makers, they used to be called makers. The makers sometimes don't output. They used to always output. Now they sometimes don't. It's that 2 days. And then let's see, 5 hours in this stream. The previous stream was probably an hour and a half. And then the previous day's stream, I don't remember how long that was. 4 hours maybe. I have no idea. So 10 hours. I will push that. And I'm done. So any questions, go ahead and ask. And I'll answer on stream if there's anything interesting. And I'll leave it running while that's happening. Go away, you bother me. All right, nobody is typing anything, so I think we're going to wrap this up. I'll leave the chat open for a little bit as always, so just in case there's questions that didn't get done quite in time. But anyway, so thanks for watching. And if Sean McGrath is around, he said when I was done he was going to maybe do some streaming. So I'll tweet at him maybe. Don't know what the best way to wake him up on it is. So if you're interested, you might want to move on to his Twitch. And if you're watching the archive, never mind. All right, so that's it. See ya.